If you haven't figured it out by now, I'm kind of a big Dragon Ball Z fan. All the way back in 1998, Toonami ran the first episode on Cartoon Network in the United States. I'd make sure I was there every weekday at 5 to see what happened next in the adventures of Goku and the Z Fighters for the next 7 years. I was a Dragon Ball fanatic, and also a gamer. I did my best to get my hands on any DBZ game that I could. All of the games that came out back then were on the PS2. The only one that Xbox got was Saga's. RIP. The games really started blowing up with the original Budokai, which released in 2002. It was a traditional fighting game, but I'm not very good at fighting games, which commenters have been more than happy to point out. Enter the Budokai Tenkaichi series, debuting in 2005. I was 15. Though I hated everyone and everything at the time, my boy Goku needed me. This game had 58 playable characters. I just had to have it. I saved every penny that I could till I had the $50 I needed to pick this baby up. On the way home, I ripped it open and read the manual from front to back. I got home, booted up my PS2, and waited in anticipation as my game loaded. Then I was greeted by this CGI monstrosity. What in the ever-loving hell did you do, Donnie Clay? Man, Goku and Vegeta really love fighting.
No kid.
This game was incredibly basic compared to its sequels. There wasn't even in-game transformations, which had been part of DBZ games for years. The cutscene animations are stiff, the dialogue is poorly written, and the camera can be a giant pain in the butt at times. But it was more of a Dragon Ball simulation, not a traditional fighting game. Once I got the controls down, this game was incredibly easy to master. You didn't have to learn complex combos or how to cancel or anything like that. But there are some hidden mechanics that were a bit hard to master. I hadn't touched this game since its sequel came out the next year, so about 17 years ago. The early gameplay in this video, you'll notice I'm struggling, but at the end I'm basically unstoppable. The difficulty for the story is all over the damn place though. Some battles I absolutely tore through, while others I admittedly had to redo multiple times. Certain missions would require you to run out the timer to complete it, and the enemy would usually be buffed like crazy for these. Too many times I'd die in just a single combo. Meanwhile, your attacks are comparable to me trying to hit on a woman. They know I'm there, but I'm more of a nuisance than anything. Then, there's a character type that's referred to as a brick wall character. These were typically larger characters, either in muscle mass such as Broly, or sheer size such as Great Ape. Not to be confused with Grape Ape. Your basic melee attacks wouldn't make them flinch. They just stand there and pretty much laugh. This would make things difficult when the enemy would start swatting you around when you're mid-combo. One of those in a mission where you're supposed to run out the timer, and I swear I'm surprised I didn't give myself a brain aneurysm. Even some of the easier fights can be a pain if the AI gets you in a stun lock. There were a few other modes, my favorite being Ultimate Battle. You had to fight your way through 100 characters, which gave it replayability to me. The difficulty gets a crazy spike after the first few fights, even though at times the AI would have a stroke and just start floating away. Playing this over and over is what helped me become a better player and got me ready for the much anticipated sequel.